work out here. No slacking.
Hey guys, as I said, I'm back to cover this one. David Haye vs Tony Bellew, March the 4th, this Saturday. Just watched the press conference, heated as we would expect. The atmosphere is electrifying. Also, we got talks from Ahara Davis versus Derry Matthews, another person that's going to be fighting on that date, Sam Egerton versus Paul Maligny, and I will be covering him in a later video. So, in the press conference, a lot of things were said, but I'm going to cover a few points. Firstly, this whole talk about ring rust, not just the press conference, but everything leading up to it. Ring rust with David Haye. He hasn't fought a proper opponent since Derek Chisora, and that was about 5 years ago. And in that time, he's gained a lot of weight, put on the pounds, and in my earlier video, I was saying that he's bulked up, but is that lean hard muscle, or is it just bulk? Tony Bellew, on the other hand, is going to be thinking that, Haye hasn't fought a proper opponent for 5 years. He's not the fittest Haye, and I'm going to tire him out and finish him off in the later rounds. Haye's thinking, I'm a bigger guy, I'm a heavyweight, I got heavy hands, I'm going to knock this guy out at any point, preferably in the earlier rounds, because then the fight's done. Fight done, and I'm cool, I could go back to my jacuzzi and sip my cocktail in Miami, because I saw a picture of him doing that. But yeah, Haye is in Miami training, and he doesn't look like the pressure's on him, you know. He doesn't look like this is like he's pressured by this in any means. He just looks like he's doing what he would usually do in a lead up to a fight, and he's not worried about weight, he's not worried about anything like that. He's just gonna knock this guy out, is what he thinks. So, in my opinion, ring rust is not going to be an issue. I do think, though, that it is a legitimate thing that since he hasn't fought a proper opponent, he's going to be against a proper opponent, and this guy's plan is to bring him through the later rounds. So, these two are professional athletes, so I think they both would work on conditioning. I just hope Haye doesn't let his confidence get too much to his head and he wouldn't work on that, but I think he would. But anyway, that leads me on to the next thing about David Haye, is he said that Tony Bellew doesn't know what he's getting into, and he's taken a big risk. He's putting his life on the line fighting me. He says, I'm going to be in the ring punching this guy in the head for 36 minutes. And this guy's heavy-handed. He likes punching guys in the head. And he's a heavyweight. So, let me tell you something. As a boxer, I know when you jump into that ring, it's not just a fight. It's not just a boxing match. It's a fight. And there's a lot of adrenaline going on there. And it's kill or be killed. It is kill or be killed when you're in the ring. I've got an analogy for you here to just describe the whole thing and put it into perspective. If we was back in the caveman days and we were hungry and we're just like, I need to get something to eat, would you leave your cave without a weapon? No, because I don't want to get mauled to death by a saber-toothed tiger. And I don't think that I'm going to be able to catch that deer because it's got 4 legs. So I'm going to bring my spear so I can kill it. At least try and kill it. And then if the saber-toothed tiger comes to get me, then I'm going to be able to at least do something before it rips my head off. So I think it's the same as boxing in a way. You're not going to be jumping into that ring unprepared. And also, you know how dangerous and ferocious it can be when you actually get into there. These are two hardened professionals. They're going to know what's ahead of them. But saying that, you could even describe Haye more like a saber-toothed tiger. I'd say that because he's got that hair like out. So he's the ferocious, big, heavy one that's going to try and knock out Tony Bellew with one big punch. And then Bellew, on the other hand, what would I describe him as? Well, he says that his plan and strategy is to tire Haye out and that he's not fought anyone. But you know what? He's a cruiserweight. He's a hardened professional at cruiserweight, and I think that when he has gone up to light heavyweight, he has lost his fights. So when he feels the power of a heavyweight punch, he's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna be able to get up. Part of me thinks that because he's got tremendous heart and determination, he would. But when he's on that canvas and he's seeing lights or on a merry-go-round, whatever happens when you get that hurt, would he be able to get up from a very powerful heavyweight punch? That is the big question. What is his power like? I think he's got cruiserweight power, maybe enough to knock out other cruiserweights because he's naturally bigger than them. So maybe he is naturally a heavyweight, but as he got heavyweight power, we will find out on the night. So yeah, it's kill or be killed, and it's about survival in there. Who's going to be survived? Haye's got more of the power, but Tony Bellew's got more stamina. So what's going to win on the night? Who's going to win? Brings me nicely on to my second point, which is, who is your money on? Who's your money on? If you're a David Haye fan, you're gonna be betting. Well, if you was to do a bet, you're gonna put in the early rounds because he wants that knockout, doesn't he? So you're gonna think, mate, round 1 of course is gonna be good odds for a knockout, but round 3 I think would probably be the best. So don't quote me on it, but round 3 is quite early, so you would get good odds for that one. And then if you was a Tony Bellew fan, you'd probably be looking for the later rounds. So anywhere from about 5, 8 will be good. Later on would be good as well after 8. If that fight goes if this fight goes the distance. But yeah, so it would be, if you was putting your money on these two, a smart person would follow the strategies of the fighters. But who knows what's gonna happen on the night? Who knows what is going to happen? It's a big one. It's quite unknown. But yeah, Haye has got the more power, so you might just knock out Bellew, and you might see Bellew's face on the canvas, or we might just see Haye getting made look stupid. You might see Haye looking stupid. I can't see it happening, but it could happen. This is boxing. But yeah, so this is a big fight that's going on. I've already told you about it before. So this is Saturday, March the 4th. If you're watching this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button. This is D-Valor Boxing. Make sure that you subscribe and share and let people know. And for more videos, D-Valor Boxing, make sure you subscribe. It's D-Valor, and I'm out.